I'd like to greet all human beings all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter if you the proclaimed richest person on the face of this earth to the proclaimed poorest person on the face of this earth, homeless. It doesn't matter whether you the proclaimed toughest person on the face of this earth to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. I greet all of you all with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Don't matter if you're light-skinned or dark-skinned. Don't matter if you're family, friends, or nor enemies. Today happened to be Wednesday, September the 11th, 2019. It's about 11:45 a.m. I'm here in one of my favorite spots. You can see a set of geese right there. One of them standing up on security, smart. You know, humans and animals are not safe today. You got some more over there that's, most of them is laying down. You got one that's halfway standing up, but he's on guard. That's I-57. The red truck there is going northbound. The little truck there, well, not the red truck, but the other truck there is going southbound. I just want to let y'all take a look around here. On September 11, 2001, people all around the world is remembering the fact that the World Trade Centers were destroyed from terrorists that ran airplanes into them. A lot of people was killed, a lot of people was hurt. May they rest in peace. May those that recover, may God bless them spiritually, physically, mentally, financially, and any other way that they need help. That goes for anybody that's been unjustly harmed. But let me tell you about another tragedy on September the 11th, but 2019. After a judge on August the 14th, 2019, found two individuals, Barry Boyce Jr. here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, Nigel Easton, or Nigel Easton, some of y'all call him Gutter Red, I guess, found both of them not guilty of harassing me on April the 22nd, 2019, and the video clearly showed it. And they found Nigel Easton not guilty of peace disturbance, but found Barry Boyce guilty of peace disturbance. That was a tragedy in itself and a miscarriage of justice. But Barry Boyce was due to be sentenced on the lesser charge today on September the 11th, 2019, here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, the 33rd Circuit, in front of the same judge that found him guilty on the greater charge, Robert Barker, or Bob Barker, as some of you all call him. But Bob Barker could have sentenced him to 6 months in the county jail. I think he could have gave him up to a year or less unsupervised probation. But Bob Barker, he added salt to the wound from August the 14th, 2019, when he found him not guilty of the greater charge, but put salt in the wound when his sentence was court costs and fines. The victim advocate, the prosecuting attorney, didn't have nothing to say at the sentencing. Normally, the prosecuting attorney would at least tell the judge what he recommends. If he did, it was in private with him, Barry Boyce, and the judge, because I know nothing. Since the case, April the 22nd, 2019, the prosecuting attorney hadn't sat down and talked to me not one time. I came to him a couple of times, but he never came to me and sat down with me discussing this case. Not once. But in the courtroom, several times I seen him talking to Barry Boyce. Matter of fact, the day of the trial, I seen both of them standing up laughing and talking in the courtroom, close by the jury box. But anyway, the judge didn't ask me as a victim, did I have anything to say before he sentenced this guy? Now that's unusual, y'all. They never brought up these guys' backgrounds. And the guys represented themselves, not because they're intelligent and they're attorneys. They knew all the time that the judge who's connected with Susanna Wesley Family Learning Center, the judge who's connected with the assistant prosecuting attorney, both of them was attorneys for Susanna Wesley Learning Center together, Charleston Police Department, the city, and these corrupted police departments, these corrupted law enforcement officials, period. But you see, when I was charged with a misdemeanor harassment for videoing an individual that used to work for Susanna Wesley Learning Center at the same time that the judge, Bob Barker, and the assistant prosecuting attorney was working there at Susanna Wesley Family Learning Center. When they charged me with harassment for him telling children 150 feet away from my house that I raped children, which wasn't true, and I was just videoing to show evidence of what he's doing. They put an outstanding warrant for me. They brought up from 1976, when I was 18 years old, a crime that I was convicted of back in 1976, 40-something years ago, and said I was a flight risk. I was arrested, had to pay a bond, but Barry Boyce and Gail Easton has arrested me and my family more than once. The judge didn't even allow the testimony of what they did, the history. The prosecuting attorney didn't even present it. They wouldn't let me present it. They didn't even call the detective who wrote the report. They didn't even produce the evidence from April the 22nd, where the security cameras from the police department, where they caught the case for harassing me. They didn't produce that. They knew that the detective was going to a funeral that day. Instead of the prosecuting attorney using their thing to be able to continue like Barry Boyce and them did, said that they needed a lawyer. So the judge said he give everybody one continuous. The judge allowed somebody to testify that wasn't even subpoenaed to testify. That means anybody from the streets can come in. Hold on a minute, Judge. I want to testify for Barry Boyce and Gail Easton without a subpoena. It's never heard of. But instead of getting to continue, we went on to trial, which the prosecuting attorney didn't present any evidence. The only thing that was presented as evidence is from my phone. But the detective gave the prosecuting attorney a hard disk to show what happened in front of the police station from the beginning to the end. But it should have been a continuous, but it wasn't. But you know the main thing about it? I'm not even upset. You see how that geese is in that water, drinking that water? I'm just as comfortable as that geese, because see, I know that most of these people I named, they don't like me for 2-3 different reasons. One, I'm a black man, not from Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County. Two, I'm a black man that speak up against injustice from the judge on down to these no good criminals on the streets and these no good preachers. They know who they are. This corrupted NAACP present and past presidents. But you know one thing about it? God see it. You see, you keep letting people like that out. that's misusing people in the black community. That's why our young is getting killed. People like them influence them to fight in the streets. You see what I'm saying? People like these individuals that you let go, Bob Barker, Judge Bob Barker, people like these that you study letting back in our black community, when they get to going over to that white community doing the same thing, I wonder if you're going to do the same thing you did with me. You see what I'm saying? The record would show you wasn't fair with me at all. You gave Lester Gillespie a expose against me October the 15th, and you didn't hear no evidence. None whatsoever. You didn't hear my side. And I had to get Judge Dolan to exercise the right legal authority and send my case to the Missouri State Supreme Court Justice, Chief Justice Patricia Breckinridge, a white Republican who sent my case that you gave Lester Gillespie a expose against me, temporary expose, and she sent the Judge Gary Kemp from Cape Girardeau, Missouri, who seen what you was doing was wrong. Just like what you did this time is wrong. It's in the Justice Department in Washington. It's being recorded. You see, I know not to go to Mississippi County for nothing. I know not to call 911 no more. All I can do is protect me and my family and my 91-year-old World War II veteran dad. He was fighting in the war and against Hitler. He was fighting to go to an all-black school here in Charleston, Missouri. Ain't nothing changed here in Charleston, Missouri. Only thing changed is blacks working hand in hand with these Ku Klux Klan and this injustice that's happening here. I'm good. God gonna handle it all. Ask Judge Scott Horman when he unjustly convicted me, gave me the sentence and everything on the same day. He's not a judge anymore. I wonder why. Ask Corey Huxton. One thing I give Corey Huxton that I don't give to some of these crooked law enforcement and judges is Corey Huxton was busting drug dealers, but he was doing it the wrong way. And see, he wasn't the only one doing it. I'm going to leave that at that. Peace be still.